You know, last night I was with a girl and she called me an evil prince as we're sitting on my couch after you know what. And I was like, that's the perfect compliment. It sounds so negative, but because I have a deep understanding of female psychology and female nature, I know this is an absolute utter compliment. And in this video, inspired by that compliment, that's always backhanded, I'm going to break down why insults actually mean she's obsessed with you, and compliments actually means you're invisible and she hates you. Because everything with women is backwards, and men, because we're so logical, fail to understand this aspect about women and female behavior. So let me explain the womanese on why the insults equal positive and the compliments equal negative. You're gay. So we have three categories or three buckets that I'm going to put in certain terms. I'm going to explain the psychology behind what they mean. Bucket number one, you're forgettable. You're getting ghosted. Bucket number two, you're getting friend zoned. And bucket number three, she's obsessed with you. Do you notice how polarizing these buckets are? There's no in between. There's no like, oh, she likes you. No. With women, it is a light switch. It's either 0 or 100. Hates you, likes your comfort, or obsessed with you on a physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual level. So the first bucket we have is forgettable. What does this mean? You're not even there. Zero desire, never gonna get laid by her. Can't even play the long game with her. Not that I would ever recommend that. It's honestly the lowest tier you could possibly have in a woman's mind of how she perceives you and her. You're at 0. What are some of the terms that she would say to you that makes you know you're in this bucket? You're the perfect gentleman. Now, isn't this ironic? Because that phrase, to most guys, they would light up. They would get excited. They would be like, yeah, she likes me. Yeah, I'm doing everything right. This is great. This is the best compliment I could ever have. You're wrong. You're misguided. You're misguided and poorly conditioned on deciphering the messages women give you. Point blank simple. You've been conditioned and you've been told from the moment you could open your eyes that being called perfect and a gentleman is what you should strive for. And it's ingrained in your subconscious mind and your identity to be this guy. But guess what? Women don't want a perfect gentleman. What that actually means is you are so not perfect and I hate you. That's what it means. It means the exact opposite. You're too good for me. If you've ever heard this, it means she doesn't like you. It does not actually mean anything positive. See, women don't have a confrontational bone in their body, and so that's why they are deceitful and they're putting all these codes in these messages because they don't have the guts to say to your face, you're boring, you make me feel nothing, and I don't like you. So instead, they mask it with really positive things they say. You're a perfect gentleman, you're too good for me, or you're so nice. If you ever hear that, it's over, okay? Pack it up, block her. Never talk to her again until you have a girlfriend. That's the only way you can flip the dynamic at that point. This is one of the biggest insults a woman could ever give you in her entire life. You're so nice. Because again, it's a difference in perception. Women perceive niceness as you're pathetic, you're weak, you're unimportant, you're not powerful, you have no other women, therefore I hate you, and I would never let you inside me. That's how women think. It's all bad. You're so nice is you're so bad. You're so disgusting. You're so boring. You're so pathetic. That is the translation of womanese with their terms. Now, this means, on the deep level, there's zero tension and literally zero sexual desire. Not only that, these terms indicate zero respect. Zero. The nicer compliment she gives you, the less her respect is for you as a man. Zero respect for you. For your power, for what you bring to the table, for who you are, for what you carry. Nothing. Zero. Now, when we move over one, we go to friend zone. And so friend zone is a slight tier up from forgettable because she wants you in her life to some capacity, but obviously not for the things you want. So it's still bad, but it's not like you're a 0. You're like a 1, okay? 0, 1, 10. That's really how it operates here. And so friend zone obviously means that she enjoys your company, your attention, your comfort, but no sex, which is the only thing that really matters for when it comes to desire. And when it comes to us deploying our attention and our resources and our time, we gotta get laid. And that's how it happens. So You're so reliable. Okay, a lot of guys would get tripped up by this one. A lot of guys would hear, oh, wow, that's a great compliment. I'm stable, I'm reliable. Yeah, that's what women want. No, women don't want reliable. What does reliable mean in a woman's mind? Reliable means consistent, predictable, always there. Therefore, if you're always there and you're reliable and they can count on you, no matter how they treat you, you're gay, pathetic, no power, not a tyrant, don't stand up for yourself. Therefore, zero respect. But they like your comfort. They like you around because they get to leech off your energy and your attention for that. I can always count on you. Gay. Okay, if you ever hear this, this is a nuclear siren going off in your head. I can always count on you. Terrible. I want you to never count on me. I want you to not know where I am, where I stand, if I even like you. Not all that. That's very important for desire. They have to be in the dark. They're weasels. And you're literally saying with this, do whatever you want. Step all over me. I'm never going anywhere. Don't you like that? Don't you like me? Hey, you're such a good guy. Suicide. This means you're a great guy to use. If a woman says you're such a good guy, that means you're such a good guy that I can use and rinse without having sex with you for my own personal gain, being completely selfish of the things you truly want that I know I'm never going to give to you, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm using you for selfish gain because I like your attention. That's what it means. You're a bitch. This means I don't like you. This means I don't respect you. This means I'm never going to sleep with you. But I'll selfishly use you and never give you what I know you want. And what I know is the only reason you're talking to me. You see how lovely these creatures are? That's why we have to be a tyrant. If you're not a tyrant hitting negative emotions and polarity, you get destroyed. Destroyed. Translation. I like your attention, but you spike zero desire. You have no backbone. You have no backbone. If you're a guy that tolerates getting used on an emotional and attention level from women because you end up in the friend zone, you'll never spike desire because you're simply not hitting the emotions and the polarity necessary for desire. So therefore you get no respect. Now let's go to the obsessed tier. This is where we want to be. Obviously, evil prince. Okay, you're an evil prince. Now let me break down why that name was just music to my ears. As I was sprawled out on the couch, she's curled up next to me. I'm like, yeah, bitch. I'm like, yes, exactly. Let me tell you why. Let's break down the word evil. Okay, if a guy is described as evil from a woman, that means he possesses power. Because think about it this way. If you do not have any power or ability to do evil things, then you're not evil. Like you need to possess a certain level of power to even be capable of doing things that are evil. And so if you don't have that power, you would just be hopeless and worthless and useless. It means you're capable and worthy of doing such things that are evil. Not only that, so it hits power. Not only that, it hits massive polarity. Evil is a representation of negativity, of conniving, of being intelligent enough to deceive and doing these things that create such insane emotion, which I'm going to get to on the bottom. Such insane emotion. Unbelievable amounts of emotion. And so women, that's their entire decision-making compass, the strength of emotion. And so good and great and nice, zero emotion for women. Evil, insane levels of emotion. And emotion strength equals desire and addiction, and they love it. And they love and they hate that they love it. It's a cycle. Now the prince is the polarity. The prince is another term for powerful, but it's a term of somebody that is desired. It is somebody that carries weight, but it's power. And it's ruling like a dictator because you have life and women on your terms. Princes or people of power in this example always have things on their own terms. They always dictate life. They always dictate the terms. That's what you fucking want. Massive polarity. You're such an asshole. Yes, this is music to my ears. When a woman says you're such an asshole, I'm like, I got you, bitch. I have your soul. You're in love with me. Everything negative equals massive amounts of desire because it equals high emotion. An asshole makes them feel crazy levels of emotion that a nice guy could never do. And so because of that emotional pull, they're completely thrown into desire. They can't help it. It hits primal nerves, psychological cues, emotional things on a spiritual level. You're cooked. I own you. I own you. This is what you want to hear. Another one. I hate you. Oh yeah. I love that one. Scream it to me, baby. Scream how much you hate me because I know it means you love me. It's very simple. I know it means you love me. Because when a woman feels hatred or says hatred, it's never that she hates you. It's that she hates how much she likes you. That's the translation of the woman. When a woman says, I hate you, she does not mean she hates you. She means she hates how much she likes you. And therefore, codependency, the vulnerability of getting hurt, and that's where the fear element comes in all this. Because when she likes you that much, she hates the vulnerability. She hates that you have the power. She hates that she could get hurt. But she doesn't hate you. She loves you. But she hates the potential downside of it, the fear that comes with it. But without the fear, there's no desire. You're the worst. Yes, I love that. Tell me more. I love it. Whenever a woman says you're the worst, be like, yes, expand on that. Fucking love it. Tell me more. Tell me why I'm the worst. And watch their eyes light up and get excited, okay? That is the definition of taking them to fairyland. When a woman says, you're the worst, here's the translation. She goes, you're the worst. What that means is, I cannot believe you understand women so well. I cannot believe that you're so good at playing with my emotions. It's unbelievable how emotionally charged you make me feel and how much you make me want you. And therefore, you're the worst because you're so good. You're the worst because you're so good. That is how women talk and what they actually mean. If she were to say, you're the best, that means I don't like you at all. You're invisible. I'm using a compliment to smoke screen you out of my life because I don't have the confrontation bone in my body. But you're the worst means I love you. You're the best. You create desire. All of these amazing things because women operate backwards and they hate so many things about themselves when it comes to desire. They really do. On a deep, primal, subconscious level, they really do fight with this. And they really do feel like, God, why do I pick these guys? God, why am I drawn to this? God, why do I need so much tension? Why do I need so much volatility and emotional spikes? Why can't I just be with a nice, boring guy and be happy? That thought does run through their mind. And so, but they can't help it, right? And so it comes out with these negative words, their internal battle about the fact that they love it, but they hate it, and they love it and they hate it. That is a woman. On a subconscious level, that's always going to win. They're drawn to that type of guy, the powerful guy. On a conscious level, sometimes they think, well, this is so hard. Why is it so toxic? I wish I could just like a nice guy. And so the polarity and the black and white differences of behavior and words comes out in how they describe you. That is a manifestation of their subconscious and their conscious mind at war with each other. But don't worry, the subconscious always wins. It's primal. And that's why they say things that are the complete opposite of how they feel towards you. And this all drives home, what you have to understand, is that when you're safe, and safe is described as all these terms, you create no emotion. When you create no emotion, there's no desire. That's how women operate. When you're dangerous, when you're a guy that spikes crazy amounts of emotion, the desire is through the goddamn roof. And women can't help it. And sometimes they hate it. A lot of times they hate it, actually. They'll look at you. You'll be hanging out with a woman. They'll look at you. You'll be cocky, whatever, doing your shit. And they'll just be so pissed that they like you, but they love it. They love it, but they're also pissed. And that's when this comes out. God, I hate you. But they love it. They hate that they love you. That's the game. If you want to master women in dating for the rest of your life, master female psychology, online dating, in-person dating, dates, escalation, everything under the sun, apply below to work with me on a one-on-one level, and I'll see you in the next video.